What up, my peeps? We are back and we are fresh off the NBA draft. The US men's Olympic team is putting together some wins, and NBA 2K22 is right around the corner. I mean, literally, with the September release date. So let's let this excitement begin. I know I'm excited. I'm hyped, I'm ready, and I wanted to put a video together. I was looking for some questions to be answered, and I wanted to focus on one area, and I'm referring to the Courtside Report that was released. This will be the first of many Courtside Reports, so as I'm scanning through, I'm looking for one particular thing, but I'm looking at the information and I'm just like, okay, on the court gameplay, boom, we got some nice bullet points there. My team, we got some bullet points, some decent information there. The city, you know, they're enhancing that as well. Same thing with my career. But then I scroll down and I'm looking at the information for MyNBA, my WNBA. We got a tiny bit of information. I was looking for a lot more, but I guess this will have to do. It is what it is. I'm not even going to trip. And let's go ahead and start off by reading it. So, in NBA 2K22, team management is about more than just the players on the court. It's about the personnel that scout them, train them, and coach them. MyNBA, my WNBA players can build the winningest franchise by making sure the staff is just as strong as the hooping. And in bold letters, more details will be shared in early September for how MyNBA, my WNBA will improve and expand. So they sprinkled a little bit of breadcrumbs in there, and it looks like they're going to expand and improve on this mode, a mode that I really like a lot. And I don't believe I'm the only one. I'm looking around on the forums and just in general conversation with other players. They definitely want to see things expand in MyNBA, my WNBA. And there's some really good thoughts and ideas out there, a lot of good wish lists as well. And I'm wondering, what can we expect them to showcase? Right now, we have no clue. But I'm going to open the conversation to see, as far as even at a minimum, that they implement these features. The first feature I would say is a cross-platform roster, with the next generation consoles heating up, and the success that I saw with MLB The Show with the cross-platform. You know, I don't see us getting cross-platform play. I'm sure that is all the way out of the window, but can you give us cross-platform rosters? There's a lot of talented people in the community that create rosters, custom rosters that we could download. I think this is something that needs to be a standard in the future. Cross-platform rosters, I mean, like I said, people creating these rosters, talented people uploading them, doesn't matter which platform you're on, PlayStation, Xbox, we should be able to download and utilize those rosters. MLB The Show has done a great job doing that. I would like to see that in NBA 2K22. And specifically to use in MyNBA, that would be so much better if I could get that. And number two, another thing that I think needs tweaked badly is the free agency logic. And I've heard people talk about this on the forums as well. I mean, the team is a contender. Let them accept a minimum deal. There is no reason for those superstar players to turn their nose up. And that happens over and over again. It's like, I mean, it makes sense. If you have a chance to make a run at the championship, let's tweak that logic so they'll accept that deal. I mean, it makes sense. Doesn't have to happen all the time, but let it happen more frequently. Like I said, it just makes sense. And number three, I would say injuries. Wouldn't it be more interesting if people got injured? I mean, just to shake up that program. It's rare, almost non-existent, that player injuries are happening, at least in my experience in MyNBA. I would love for that. Of course, I'm not wishing for any of my main players to get hurt, but if it did happen, who's going to step up? Who's going to step up and make those big plays? I mean, just I mean, that's part of the game, right? You might be able to find that next superstar off the bench and include him into the roster, get him into that rotation. That just, I would like to see them go that direction. So definitely injuries. They exist in the game. Make them happen. And the fourth thing, the CPU trading. That whole trading logic is just all the way out of control. They are making trades just to trade. They don't they don't care. Doesn't care if you have a superstar in that same position. They're gonna go and do a trade and get someone who's in that same role. Doesn't matter if you need a player in that position or not. They're just trading. I mean, it's crazy, the trades that they make, and they don't really make much sense at all. So just better overall CPU trading. That whole logic, the whole CPU trading logic just needs improved, in my opinion. And my fifth point is around retirement logic. If a player doesn't get signed, even at the ripe age of 24, 25, 26, they just retire. I mean, that's just so unrealistic. If you don't get signed, at least go overseas, get your mind right, get your skills in order, something along those lines, and work their way back into the league. You know, I mean, just keep them in that pool. I mean, just don't retire so young. It's crazy. And when I run across that every time, and it never made sense to me, but if they can expand and update that too, just tweak that retirement logic, that would be really dope also. And that's it, peeps. Kind of wanted to throw this out there before the big announcement. What can we expect for MyNBA, my WNBA this year? The things that I listed, I would love to see tweaks on those. I think it could really add to the realism. We see these things week in and week out during the season. I would love to see these in game. I can't wait to see where they're headed with the updates to MyNBA. Also, I mean, let us know what you think in the comments. What do you want to see in MyNBA? I'm very curious on your thoughts, and NBA 2K22 is right around the corner. It's almost that time. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All right, peeps, you know what it is. Until next time, Gia.